Halloween Horror Nights podcast. Craig, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to talk more shop on Universal News, man. How you feeling?
For me?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what happened there. I feel like we got a lot to unpack. I feel like we really have, and maybe not even necessarily a lot to unpack, but just there are a lot of things swirling around right now, and I feel like if we don't stay up on it right now, this point of the year where holidays in the park is happening, like
Yep.
this is the time of the year where a lot of stuff actually does come out, and if you sleep on it, you miss it. So I feel good, man. I'm excited to talk about it now. For those of you who have been a part of the Dead Man's Mike family since we started, our main topic of conversation all the time are things surrounding HHN. But tonight, we honestly don't really have much that we can report, on HHN at the moment. I think dates have been announced for next year, but I think at this moment, that might be all we have. Not too many leads. We kind of talked about the other leads that we had in our
hmm
previous episode. So we're going to take it down the street and we're going to talk about Epic. We're going to hop back into Epic. So Epic has been open since late May, and we are now going into December, the first holiday season at Epic Universe. And phase one of Epic Universe expansion is to begin soon. We don't have a date on that. We don't know, but we just kind of want to speculate and kind of talk about what we're expecting. So, Craig, what do you think?
So I think I honestly think uh, the phase one expansion plans on Epic, uh, they're basically they're basically um unfinished. It's basically Epic. It's basically the parts of Epic that went unfinished, like um the expansion pad behind. Well, that's a part of Ministry of Magic, and then the expansion pad behind Super Nintendo World and uh, Dark Universe, and then the whole big expansion pad that's like right in the middle of Isle of Burke and Ministry of Magic. That's like new portal, whole new portal types of huge in terms of land space. So, and as um, some of you know or might not know, Ministry was supposed to open with two rides, and we only got Battle at the Ministry. So that expansion pad right next to it, um, well, that's right next to Battle at the Ministry. That is heavily rumored to be a um, a um, a flying broomstick attraction. But um, when the first the first patent to the ride was like a was like a virtual reality type ride. That has now changed because a new ride system has a new ride permit has come out where there's like um where there are like three or four broomsticks to a row of two,
Right.
and they're like um they're like swinging and hanging from like a gondola type system, flying through a big show building. So
Hey,
take that what you will. That's all I got on that. Um, the expansion pass with Super Nintendo World. Rumors are saying it's between Zelda and Luigi's Mansion. I'm hoping for Luigi's Mansion
I'm
per se.
Luigi's Mansion too. I'm not gonna lie.
I want Luigi's Mansion. We both do. Everybody does for real, for real. But Because honestly, they could put Zelda in Islands of Adventure with the Lost Continent. I'm just
I,
saying. I'm just saying.
I feel the exact same way. I feel like if they put Zelda in Super Nintendo World, that's cool. But I think the Lost Continent already puts them half of the way there. They already have detail to work with. It's already there. They just have to build upon that.
Right.
So
So
to me, it
technically,
makes more
that
sense
could
for them to go
be.
to islands. I don't know.
So technically, that could be like a easy. That could be one of the quickest and easy builds that they could do, because because it's not like they got to start from square one or start from scratch. The
Right.
land's already there. Just gotta, like you said, they gotta build upon that.
Yeah.
Um, with Dark Universe, everybody pretty much has the same idea. Creature from the Black Lagoon, um, a a boat ride featuring the new system, the new like aquatic coaster from Mock Rides. So if you've seen that video, hey,
I'm not mad at it.
it's tough. It's hard. Check it out. But
Yeah.
and then the last expansion pad, the big expansion pad that's like a whole new portal. There
Yeah.
are there are rumors circulating to whether that could be a Wicked Land, a Wicked portal for Wicked or Lord of the Rings. I'm hoping for Lord of the Rings. Um, because one, Universal is like this close to acquiring Warner Brothers. So honestly, that would seal the deal. They already have a great working relationship with Warner Brothers in terms of the Potter franchise. It makes a lot of money for both sides, you know. But honestly, something in me is hoping for a curveball, because one thing that Universal does well, they throw us good
Already.
curveballs. They throw us stuff that we're least expecting. So,
Yep.
honestly, for a portal, it could be anything, in my opinion.
Yep. I
But that's pretty much all of the expansions. Oh, and I think the restaurant Atlantis is supposed to open next year. So,
think that is opening next year, early next year, right?
yeah.
Kind of what they're saying.
So be out on the lookout for that. But that's pretty much all I got with Epic. Oh, and don't for and City Walks Out.
Big City walks out.
City Walks Out. It's coming whether you like it or not. It's coming.
They need something else out there. Um, I agree with everything you said, Craig. I think we need to really break down each of these lands. Let's start with let's start with Burke. Let's start with
Okay.
Isle of Burke. I think that Isle of Burke is the one land out of all of these lands that is complete
Yeah.
in my eyes. And some people may disagree, but it feels complete. When you look at walkthroughs or when we were in there, we went to Epic 2 days in a row this summer to really take it all in. When we went through Burke, Burke really felt complete. Like it
Hmm.
just didn't feel like there was anything missing. You
Not at
know,
all.
Nintendo World feels complete, but also knowing how many different properties that Nintendo has, we know it's not complete. It can definitely be grown, into further phases. Dark Universe, we know that's not complete. We're gonna come back to that. But the Ministry of Magic is
That feels like the land that's the most incomplete.
it's so incomplete and honestly shocking for Universal to go with five worlds and Harry Potter is the one that isn't complete. Like, let's just talk about how many tickets that Harry Potter, like that franchise, is going to sell into the park alone. When you go in there, if you're not doing the show, then you're doing the battle at the ministry. But if you get done with both of those things, or if you go in there only interested in one thing and not the other,
That's
then
it.
that's it. If you're not hitting any of those stores, then that's it. Now, Craig, like you mentioned, it was supposed to open with two attractions. So I think if we go in the order of what needs what the most, then the ministry needs another attraction
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
at this point. Just because of the volume of people going through there. Like, it is such a cool looking land, but we just need more in there. You and I were in there for 2 hours, but that was 2 hours in line for the
For
battle.
bad the mystery.
As soon as that was over, we were on our way to
We
another
was out of
location.
there.
I mean, I think the broomstick idea of a ride on the gondola system, I think that would be great. Um,
Like their own version of Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom.
yeah, exactly. Like something like that would be really cool. Um, Not necessarily another show. They definitely need like another ride
Yeah.
of some sort. But I really do think that if we were to get a second attraction in the Ministry of Magic, then that alone would kind of serve as some crowd control for the battle at the Ministry.
For sure. That would literally cut the wait time in like a third.
I mean, think about the people that are working that ride. They are getting hit like like it's horrible how hard they're getting hit. So if there's any land that really is in dire need of another attraction, it's the battle at the Ministry.
And then not to mention, once ministry goes down,
That's it.
people are literally like they're literally there for just battle at the ministry. Like
Yep.
not to knock anything on Le Cirque Canoe because that's an amazing show. One of the best show.
Awesome show.
One of the best theme park shows I've seen ever in terms of theatrics,
Yeah,
technology, everything.
and that's not a
But
y'all. Like we really did enjoy
right,
that show. Like it was
like
very well
that pre that pre-show alone told me, oh yeah, we in for it. We in for a good time.
pre-show was so exciting because I at one point, I mean, think about it, we're in a circus tent, so I honestly thought that the show was going to take place around us and that we would be standing in the middle of it.
Mm.
So they also painted up a really cool illusion as well, before that show pops off.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
yeah,
but
another
in terms of like, but like I was saying, in terms of like, once Battle at the Ministry goes down, that's like everybody's just either standing around the entrance, you know, because, and I think those are pretty much the people that have, 2 days at Epic because pretty much,
right.
you get everything done. You try to get everything done in day one, and then day two, you take it all like we did. You take it all in and do the stuff that you didn't do on day one. So, you got people standing around at the entrance, or they'll just go to all the other lands and then just keep looking at that app to see if it comes back. You know,
And it's
if
not coming
it
back, y'all.
and if it does, it jacks right up to like 180 minutes. So
Right. Because all of them are just standing right there waiting.
literally, but definitely the one land that needs love and that needs another attraction to balance it out. I can say the same thing with Dark Universe, but you can't necessarily say that you can say the same with Dark Universe, but not really because Monsters Unchained has a very high capacity and get through get through hundreds to thousands of people an hour.
I was about to say they're putting like 1,500 people through in an hour.
Right.
How
So,
efficient that ride is.
and the only way it gets up to like 30 or so minutes is if it's down
Right.
and it comes back on. People been waiting in line, but even then,
Yeah.
they churning people out.
And I think the creature from the Black Lagoon ride would be incredible. I think it would work. I
Mhm.
also think that, and this is just a theme park nerd in me, but the layout of Dark Universe as a whole, right? You come in there and then you're in the town, you're in the village of Darkmoor. and then you get to Victoria Frankenstein's her castle or whatever. Like you get there to Monsters Unchained.
Mhm.
Across from you is Curse of the Werewolf. But then when you go back there where Burning Blade is, if that's not there, that's a dead spot.
Yep.
So we need an attraction right there to fill that in, because I feel like if the Burning Blade isn't actually in flames and people are not trying to catch that on video and everything,
Mhm.
then it's kind of slow moving back there. I also feel like with Dark Universe alone, there are a couple different ways they can go with kind of upgrades or different ways to pull Dark more together just a little more. Another way would be Curse of the Werewolf is awesome, but it needs a little bit more of that, just that universal touch to it as an attraction.
Yeah.
It feels like it's missing something. I don't know. It could be as simple as like the inside of the fence where all the tracks are, where the coaster takes place. Why is there no fog? There's no lighting. There's
Yeah.
no fog. This
Like
is the
mist,
Curse of the
like
Werewolf.
misting something.
Yeah, like this is not. This is the curse of the werewolf. Like we need to push that envelope a little more. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
I think Dark Universe is incredible, and not only because we like scary shit, is it my favorite land there, because it really is my favorite land at the park. But Creature from the Black Lagoon would be awesome. It has been heavily speculated, and we never know with Universal Creative.
Yep. We never know.
I'm not ruling it out. It could be something completely different than what we've been, uh, hoping for.
Yeah.
And then, where are you at with Nintendo? You mentioned Luigi's Mansion, and you mentioned what was that? Zelda, was that the other thing that got mentioned?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Luigi's Mansion would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And another reason why I think it would be perfect, like I feel more confident about that than any other attraction we talked about so far. And the reason being, that would also create another portal within the land, because
Pretty much.
they make you really feel that difference between Super Nintendo World and Donkey Kong Country. If you haven't gone through there yet, you will feel that difference when you go in
Yeah, and I love the way it like segues itself, like from Super Nintendo World and then going into Donkey Kong Country. It transitions so well.
there. Yeah, it feels completely different. The colors are different, the sound is different, the vibe is different. You really do feel like you're in a tropical area of some sort. You really do forget. Hold up, wait, I'm still in Super Nintendo world. Like I'm still in a portion of that, of that land. So
Right.
I think that Luigi's Mansion would be awesome. I think Pokemon would be awesome. I think something with Kirby would be really cool. Um,
There's a lot that they can do with
yeah,
it.
but I'm telling you, Zelda. I'm almost telling you, y'all don't want Zelda to be in Super Nintendo World. You want it to be at Islands. If you want that authentic feel, I think it needs to go to Islands.
Because it's like the Lost Continent already gives off Zelda property. Like it already gives off Zelda the
It
way
looks like
Zelda
Super
is set up.
Smash Bros, like one of those, one of the stages.
Literally.
Yeah,
And then it's almost like Zelda in Islands, Zelda can build off that.
yeah,
So
yep. I
that's
agree.
that that's honestly how I feel about you know Zelda being there, even Pokemon.
Yeah,
So
and I think that's what people need to remember, even us included. Like Epic, this is the very beginnings of what this park is actually going to be.
and I think um people said not to say that Epic didn't exceed people's expectations. It very much did. It definitely
I
exceeded
love
mine.
it. They're going back.
And you know, I think to the point where we can, where we have, where we save up enough money to stay at, you know, um,
Helios.
Helios Grand. Oh yeah,
Oh
because we get our, oh yeah, we get our own entrance into the park, and then we get that rooftop
I'm just gonna be up there.
bar Helios,
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in
dude.
the window looking at the park all night.
I'm gonna be on that balcony taking it all in.
Like, Craig, look at Celestial Park.
Not to speaking of Celestial Park, not to mention, the fireworks display that they're talking about.
Yeah.
The daily
What
fireworks
did I
show.
read somewhere that Epic was specifically built where it was, and the architecture is a certain way that it is so that they could do fireworks?
Yep.
Because I don't think Universal has ever tapped into the whole fireworks situation that much. Maybe they have.
I mean, now it's starting to be predominant because there have been um, there have been permits filed um, for stationary fireworks to be on the rooftops of, you know Monsters Unchained and Battle at the Ministry, and then stationed along the portals and
Right.
stuff like that. Just like how the fireworks display was the first couple of days of Epic, it was like an introductory fireworks show or whatever like that.
Portal was
But
included, and
hmm
yeah, yeah.
so I honestly think that they're going to tap into that a little bit more. You know, now because when I was watching uh, the Epic Universe documentary
Which
last
is
week,
very good. If y'all haven't watched it, make
very
sure you
good.
check it out. It's on Peacock.
um they were tapping into, some of the stuff wasn't even ready, like the drone, like the flying dragon drones at Isle of Berk,
Which
they which is now live,
talk about that.
which is now live. They just started doing that. They just started testing them last week with people in the park. So it's stuff like that that haven't been even tapped in yet, like that. Like, people don't know that Epic is not even near complete. It's not.
Dude, in like 10 years, we're gonna go back to Epic Universe and be like, that first phase wasn't shit.
Really.
Like I'm telling, like they got dragons flying above Berg now. Like, just imagine what's gonna happen in 10 years. That just gets me excited. Like, this is
It really does. That stuff like that, like that really pulls you into that environment, and it pulls you into that world. Like you're living like you're walking amongst dragons. You know.
and I
So
and I would venture to tell people, like, when you go through Epic, and you and I definitely felt this the 2 days that we were out there. Epic is definitely not done yet. It feels like it. It still feels like a prototype. It's still
even after the 2 days, I'm like, did we do everything?
yeah. I know, right? It leaves you questioning. Did we hit everything? Did we do this? Did we do that? Like,
And it's almost like when you get what you want to do out the way, it's like, dang, now we can, because like we was literally like, dang, now let's, we started hitting rides over and over again,
yeah.
because it's like we're accomplished.
Yep.
And especially now that the Parker hours are extended to 10 o'clock. Hey,
Which I'm not mad. Push it
I
to
ain't either.
um, you know, I also feel like you and I we spent a lot of time in Burke taking
We
in.
did.
But for those of you who have not been to Epic yet, I want to say it is the biggest like world out of all of them.
Yeah, Burke, I can say that for a fact. Burke is bigger than than all the other portals, bigger than Super Nintendo World, which is
It's
wild to me because I even feel like Super Nintendo World is huge.
well, in Super Nintendo world, it's different floors. Like they got
Right.
levels in there, and
Because that's how it is, and that's how it is in um Japan,
Japan, yep,
because we're modeled after that one. The only one that's not on different floors is Hollywood.
right,
So because they just have Bowser's Challenge, but I definitely feel like Darkmoor is smaller, and of course Ministry of Magic, but yeah, Burke has the most real estate out of all the lands, and you can feel it too when you're walking.
oh yeah, because there's like what 3 different ways you can go through there. There's
Yep.
like they have it the way they have it set up.
They have the main portal, they have a side entrance and a side exit.
Yeah,
So,
it's got the most rides. I want to say it's got the most food options because they have plenty of
hmm
different food options.
yep.
Uh, it's also home to honestly the best show that I think Universal has
Oh
put on.
yeah, the untrainable dragon is good.
I love the
Even,
show,
even in B mode, it was fire.
and you
So
saw that shit in B mode. So
just imagine how it is when Toothless is working.
oh,
I'm just saying.
this is working this time. Oh yeah, we get in line.
Oh yeah.
Like
So
no doubt, no doubt. Now I do want to talk about this portal, this new land, man.
let's talk. Let's talk.
So I have a plot twist.
Okay.
I don't think Epic goes, or I don't think Wicked goes to Epic.
Oh no, I don't think Wicked goes to Epic
I
either.
don't think it does. I know Wicked is what's hot right now, and if you look at the exhibit that they have in studios themed to Wicked, like it would make sense. But I don't know. I don't know.
I think they're good with that. They're good with that exhibit slash gift shop, and then a ride. Cool.
Right?
That can be in either islands or studios. Cool.
Yeah.
They don't need a land.
And
They don't need a
honestly,
land.
they're going to get rid of Fallon on the studio side. So,
There you go.
saying you got real estate right there. You can do something with it. Now,
but but what were you thinking about that portal?
I just, I don't know exactly what I would want to see there because I know a lot of people would want to see Lord of the Rings. I think Lord of the Rings would be cool,
Yeah.
but I wonder what other properties would be out there that would be worth it. Because I know a lot of people said that they should build what was it called, like a Spooky Island or whatever from Scooby Doo. Like
Mhm.
that would be cool, but when you have Dark Universe, it leaves no opportunity for that.
It's
In my
almost like the horror land is there.
the horror land
So
is there, yeah.
so
So
so it's almost like what it's almost like what else? You
exactly,
know?
and I
Because
just don't know what other property like what would be big enough.
right, and
Right,
it's gotta
it's
be
got
a
to be a
property
property
big
big
enough.
enough.
Yeah, like it's got to be like heavy hitting enough to really bring some people in there because you don't want it to end up being a world that is completely detailed and so well done, but just nobody wants to walk through it.
And then
And
it
then it
can't be
can't
a
be a
it can't be wasted either.
No, and
So that's where it's like that's where the uncertainty comes in. I mean, honestly, like, other than Lord of the Rings, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I don't either.
Because it's almost like any of the land that you're thinking of, it's already in islands. So
so
Yeah, I don't know.
now, now if they acquire Warner Brothers, that could change things.
Yeah, that's
Because
possible.
of ideally, you know, so I
Right.
Universal has all the answers at this point.
It's up in the air,
So
another portal is definitely going to be needed for sure, especially if we get all these new attractions in these worlds, and then it becomes a question of how do we follow that up. Now,
right.
the other thing that we did talk about and we laughed about it earlier, but I do think this is not serious, but something that could definitely help would seriously be a city walk south. Like a city walk south would keep more people out there on the property.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, even though people aren't remembering the fact that this really is a new park just in the beginning phase, but people are forgetting like, yo, this just opened and there's not a whole lot around,
Right.
but people do want more reason to stay out there. And with the lessened number of attractions in the park,
Mm-hmm.
City Walk South would definitely keep people around. Like, think about how many people just go to City Walk and kick it, and they don't even go into or Universal Studios or Islands. So
Yeah.
I think a City Walk South would definitely be cool, and it would definitely keep people it would keep people out there a lot more.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I definitely think we're in the beginning stages of Epic Universe, and that makes me really excited. The shade will be there eventually, y'all, but
Yeah, they baby trees.
I'm telling you,
Cause listen,
I'm
bring
playing.
a you can bring a water bottle. You can bring your Stanleys. Hey,
Yeah,
you gonna need them.
whatever it is you need to do because you are. I'm telling you,
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If you come in the spring or summer, because you will die if you don't.
man.
And
What? What?
they stay stocked up with the ice. Take notes, studio.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Take note, Minion Cafe. They have ice.
Take notes. They have ice.
Like,
I was
what is going
pissed.
on?
I was at HHN like,
It,
what?
the amount of ice they run out of during HHN, it makes me so mad. Like every single time, bro. Like, oh
I'm
man,
like, I'm like, you got all these freestyle machines, but no ice.
like, and
Okay.
then not only do you not have ice, then I go up there. Oh, hey, can we get some ice changed out? And the dude was like, "Oh no, we don't change it out after this time." What? We still got like 3 hours of the event left.
All right.
Man, but no, like, nah.
I'm like, I'm going to Richter's.
And I did. I went right over to Richter's. I said, I knew Richter's would have some ice.
I'm like, cool. We'll just go to Richter's and get us our Mother Nature burgers and call it a day.
It's nothing like charging your phone up in there. Well,
And
speaking of
that AC.
studios, because we hopped over to the studio side, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift out at Universal Studios Hollywood is testing. And this ride
It
is
is
daily. And it
daily.
looks very,
And
it looks ready.
the vehicles on the coaster, keep in mind they spin.
They
So
do spin.
they didn't even start drifting yet. So it's just, going along the track. And from what I've seen, oh man, the progress is so good. It's almost like, any day now they can just start, honestly, honestly, they could just start doing team member previews once they get because all they gotta do is finish up touching up on the queue and it's done.
Yeah,
Because the gift
that's
shop's open.
what's left. I'm excited about that, man. I'm glad
Yeah,
that Hollywood is getting themselves an actual coaster out there.
yeah.
Very well deserving. And what better place to put it on than on the side of the cliff, like on the side of the mountain?
Oh,
So
that's gonna be beautiful.
it is, and those inversions are going to feel 10 times more intense because of the
Because of the near miss elements.
yeah. This is going to be insane when that
That's gonna be fire. I can't wait.
And do we
By
know
by that time, by
what's
this time
being
next
what's the
year,
Red Ride rocket? Do we know anything?
Uh, it's between. Honestly, we can get Fast and Furious Orlando Drift or Ghostbusters. I'm all for Orlando Drift.
I think a lot of people would not be for Orlando Drift, but I am though. I'm cool with that.
So okay. So why? What makes you say that?
I think, and this is just me from what I've noticed from
And
people who
before you give your answer, I'm just going based off what I've seen, what I've heard, and from like what people have recorded down
right.
about the footprint of the track and where like the show building and stuff is going to be. I just think it's going to be Orlando Drift, and from what you said, not a lot of people are for Orlando Drift, which is very interesting to me. But go ahead and share your answer.
So I would be for Orlando Drift because I think the franchise does work. But I think that is also why I feel like people won't be with it. I think that this franchise is just kind of a dead mission for a lot of people. But
Hmm.
do you remember when like the Fast and Furious movies were like the hottest shit out there? Like everybody
Yeah,
watched those.
yeah.
But they just you don't hear about it. Like even think about us. Until we go down to the parks or until we're talking about anything going on with the parks, I doubt that either of us really think or remember that franchise. Like it's not one that lives rent free in a lot of people's heads. So I feel like also we know how the ride that exists right now at studios. We know how people feel about that ride. So I feel like people would kind of be reluctant to not give it a chance if it were to come as a roller coaster. Obviously, a roller coaster, you know what that is. You know exactly what it's going to do. You can see it, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Ghostbusters would carry over a whole lot more. That's just kind of my thought. I'd be cool with either one.
Because honestly, I mean, I would be cool with either one too, but I honestly think of an Orlando Drift Coaster would make up a lot of would let me get my thoughts together. It would be a godsend, and it would be like a do over in terms of Universal being lazy and just um copy and pasting Supercharged from Hollywood with just more theming.
Right.
Because that's what Supercharged is in Orlando. It's just like Hollywood, but just with more theming, just with more elaborate theming. And then that can be like, you know, you close Supercharged, open Orlando Drift, and there you got that space. Then the wheels can turn.
I see what you're saying. So we're gonna shift and then open up more space for something else.
Now it's like what's gonna replace that supercharged space. See what I'm saying? But that kind of gets tricky in terms of HHN because now it's almost like, now
Right, that's
you
a
can,
house.
right. And now you got that space, that's closed for like an attraction, to be a new attraction to be built up. Now you can go back to those two warehouses where DreamWorks is behind
True,
DreamWorks.
true. Hasn't been used in a while.
Exactly. So
That's not been
there you go.
okay. All right, I see what you're saying. I definitely I do like that idea. Um I think that studios is definitely a need for something new, something that's gonna pull a lot more people into the park. I mean, you're not a real Universal stand if you don't get on the app and check the wait times during the day. But the studio,
Hello.
I'm just saying, bro, the studio's wait times lately, I like it would be a dream for us. But to me, that's also saying something in theme park terms that people are
They're
starting
not
to get a little tired of doing the same thing.
like the thing like the screen heavy attractions are getting they're getting very repetitive at studios. I'm not even gonna lie. That's
Yeah,
why there's so many rumors going around that many of these screen based rides that have gone on 10 years or so that have run its course, they're starting to talk about getting replaced. Like literally Fallon, they're talking about replacing Fallon with Secret Life of Pets, and I'm all for that
yeah,
because that
that would
because
work.
that ride in Hollywood is so good,
Yeah,
and that would be great for the kids.
it would, and you have to definitely keep something for the kids for sure. So I think that that would be perfect. Now, what would you put over there where Supercharged is going to go? And then also,
That gets tricky.
Simpsons should be out of there soon, shouldn't it?
Yeah. So their lease isn't up at studios till I think 2028. If I'm not
Okay, so we
mistaken.
still got a couple years then.
Yeah. So, and of course they're owned by Disney because 20th Century Fox is under the Disney banner now. I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna renew their lease um after that. Um what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Um and speaking of Simpsons, there has been and there has been there's been a consumer survey that has been going around about Simpsons characters being in Disney parks.
Oh, okay.
So
All right, all
that
right.
should give you a. So I honestly think Simpsons isn't long for Universal for long. I think when that lease comes up, they'll be gone. Now, what could replace Simpsons? I think that has um, been heavily rumored to be Pokemon.
I'm all
So
for it. I'm not even like
because at that point you'll have Nintendo. You'll be like Harry Potter. It'll be like having
right,
Potter at all three parks. You'll have Nintendo at all three parks.
and I'm not even
So
like a diehard Pokemon fan.
right, but I'm all for it though.
Yeah, it's a property that would absolutely work, and so that's what this is about. It's about making sure you get the properties that work. You know, I think Harry Potter is a prime example of it's a property that worked, and years later, it's still working.
Like you can they don't even have to be a Harry Potter. They don't even have to be a Potter Universe movie for another 5 years, and people wouldn't care because it's in the real world now.
Oh yeah,
So and you can relive all those Potter adventures and memories throughout the parks.
man, I'm excited about the future of these parks.
I am. I'm like watching that epic documentary on Peacock got me so excited. It got me
Yeah,
so excited to even go back.
and I really love how they gave us history of Universal Studios as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like not just
And it
parks.
and the Universal history is just so dope to me. It's so
Yeah,
dope because not to knock anything on Disney. Like I love the House of Mouse. Don't get me wrong,
we loved
but
it. Loved it.
it's just something about Universal that I just love, bro. Like the history, like basically coming from nothing, like the founder Carl Lindley is like coming from nothing, and and it's almost like his grandniece said, like, I wonder what he would say now if he were still alive, because
Right.
the way Universal looks now, and they're building they're gonna be building new theme parks around the world too. It's so crazy. It's so crazy where
It
Universal's
blossomed
as
so quickly. Like you got to think of it like 30 years is as long as Universal Studios Orlando's been around. Probably a little more than 30 years. I think it was 1990, but since 1990, four parks, including a brand new theme park that just opened this year, the first theme park to open in the United States since Islands of Adventure.
yep, in
That's huge.
in 20 plus years. Crazy.
Now, I will say, um, in other news, in terms of just different things going on, ticketing wise, anything, the new UOAP information is out for 2026. Those passes are on sale. If you already have a pass, you know it'll definitely renew. Orlando Informer dates are up for, I think there's one next month, second weekend of December. There's another one in March. We plan to be at that one. Um,
Yes, indeed.
oh, it's
I,
fan fest nights are happening in Hollywood.
yeah, they are.
There's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, and Mardi Gras. We'll be at Mardi Gras.
We will
So
be there.
I just want to talk about Mardi Gras real quick because like, I love Mardi Gras. Y'all know I love Mardi Gras, but Universal Mardi Gras is a treat. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It's just so much fun, and it's not even that it's not much, but it's a
Mhm.
blast. You know what I'm saying? You get the parade, you get all the different foods, but Mardi Gras is almost like damn near one of the best times to go down there because the wait times during Mardi Gras are not bad.
Yep.
They're not. Like maybe on a concert night, it might be a little heavier, but that also depends on who that artist is. Now, last year we went on a night that there was no artist, but I don't think the list is out yet. It might be out, but I'm not sure. I don't think it is.
Like I think the most attended, yeah, the most attended nights of Mardi Gras were the concert nights. I remember the first night it was T Pain, and man, it was like shoulder to shoulder. When I
Yeah,
was looking
it
when I
was
was looking at the when I was looking at PC Dev,
packed. Packed.
packed.
The Pauly D night was packed too.
Yep.
Who else was out there? Pauly D, T Pain. Did Flo Rida do it one night? I think.
Yep. And
Yeah,
I think the Jonas Brothers did too.
Brothers. Yeah. So I'm sure the lineup. I just looked it up. The lineup has not been released yet, but I'm sure it will be soon because Mardi Gras starts what February, end of February.
February.
So, and this will be Mardi Gras 31. So the 31st year of Mardi Gras. Cool tribute store to come. I thought the tribute store last year was really cool.
Fire.
It was really cool. It was better than the HHN tribute store from last year.
I will say that.
I wholeheartedly feel that way.
Right.
It was that good. It was really cool.
It was on the same par. It's on the par with the summer tribute store.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
summer tribute store was fire too.
Um, Terra Luna and Stella Nova are doing really well. They
Hmm.
are not necessarily selling out, but definitely a lot of people are getting rooms at those. Helios is the most expensive hotel. It if you're a Disney head listening to this, Helios Grand is the Grand Floridian. Like
Basically.
that's it is Universal's Grand Floridian. So
Honestly, honestly, Hard Rock.
or
Hard
Hard
Rock is
yeah, Hard
Yeah,
Rock.
or Hard Rock. I would say Hard Rock is Universal's Grand Floridian because, ooh,
Yeah.
I looked at those rooms. Oh boy,
We'll be
those
at
are
Cabana Bay or Surfside.
on Surfside or Dockside. We will be
Surfside
there.
Dockside. Yep. I
We will
definitely
be at the Bay.
or the Bay. We love Cabana.
We
Cabana Bay.
love the Bay.
Love the Bay. And then Portofino is up there. Sapphire Falls is good. Aventura has been selling pretty well too.
Hmm.
Um,
And that's not bad either.
hey,
That's right.
like
That's right across the way from
yeah,
the Bay.
and we seriously recommend if you're going to Universal for a weekend, stay at one of the hotels. Get the free transportation, get the water taxi, get the close proximity access. Like
It's so clutch. It's so
it's so
clutch.
clutch. It's
More
so
than more than you know.
yep. We definitely enjoy it and
And
definitely
don't be scared. Don't be scared that it's a Universal property hotel. It's so affordable. I guarantee you it is. Like they have,
plus early park admission. Don't forget that.
and you got early park admission. You even got early park admission to Epic. Hello, who's gonna turn that down?
We got up. Like, all right, we gotta get out there.
Listen, bright and early, 7 in the morning. Let's go. I have my clothes laid out for the day. I was like, I'm
I have
wearing
my
this.
outfit ready.
Like it's so worth it. If you go to Universal, stay on property, you will not regret it because they have you don't have to stay at the most expensive hotel like Cabana Bay, Aventura, Surfside, Dockside, Stella Nova, Terra Luna. Those are like the prime value hotels. So those are the hotels that are in your budget range. So
Definitely. If you start talking about like Portofino Bay and stuff like that, we can't help you on that. That now you getting up there.
right, Portofino, Hard Rock, Helios Grand, you got it.
You let us know how that was. We'll get there.
Right, and they give us some details, cause
Oh man. Well, Craig, you got anything else you want to hit on before we close it out for tonight?
um, don't forget about GuliCon, everybody. Um,
Yeah.
next March we just got finished with the Scream Team shoot.
Yep.
Shout out to Lou Money.
Shout out.
Uh,
Got a lot of stuff
cause
on the way.
yeah, we got a lot of stuff on the way, and them pics are fire. I can't wait to
They can't be.
y'all. Some of y'all have already seen them, on the pod page on Instagram and on our social medias.
Hmm?
So continue to be on the lookout because we got some more fire heat for y'all. But um, next year we will become annual pass holders at Universal. So
It's happening.
it's happening.
Long
We
time,
will.
and we ain't getting the power pass. We going for the premiere. So
Yep. We
we're
going
gonna
for
be
the
down
big dog.
there.
Yep. next next thing you know, you're gonna just see us with butterbeers in our hand. Don't even mind.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
mind us.
What you mean back? We never left.
We never we just we just took a little break.
Yeah. No, I will definitely say to piggyback on what Craig said, definitely, definitely, definitely go to www.gulicon.com. All one word. Get your tickets for the HorrorCon. It is a smaller, more intimate horror convention which focuses on content creators in the horror industry that really do content to really push these movies and such. And we also have a big emphasis on haunt as well. So definitely make sure that you do that. Be ready for the HHN panel, which will feature myself, Greg, Yurdy, the other half of Toxic Icon, and another content creator that you all know and love. And we are not putting that out just yet, but it is locked in, and we can't wait to see you guys there. Definitely really excited about it. The Scream Team
Me.
shoot is there. Definitely make sure you go rock with those pictures, man. Craig and I did an HHN tribute. I did a fisherman character in tribute to Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake, which is obviously the inspiration for how we got
Yes,
this.
Lord.
And then Craig over here did a tribute to the Purge history of HHN and how long it's been a part of the event, mixed with the legendary Weekend After Hours Nightmare. So
Yes, indeed.
that was really cool. Really liked how those pictures came out. And we just want to say we seriously appreciate y'all for listening. Keep running it up. We know you all are definitely rocking with us on Spotify. We see the numbers climbing. We appreciate it. Definitely tell a friend. Keep sharing. And we're just going to keep talking about all things Universal, all things HHN. Spec season is coming up. So make sure you get locked in because it's up
Hey,
once that starts. It's
spec
really
season. Spec season is now. Ever since
right.
HHN
You
ended,
already started. You already
we
started.
already started.
But yeah, man. So we appreciate y'all. We'll definitely keep the expansion talk going. If we hear
Yes.
anything, keep following us on Instagram. Follow Craig on his page. Follow me on mine. Follow everybody, man. This is all about coming together as a family and just being theme park nerds together. No competition, none of that. Just having a good time.
Love it. Love it, man.
Yep,
That's all. That's what it's all about.
that's it.
We ain't done. We ain't done, man. We just continuing on.
That's it. Continuing on. That's the motto. Continuing on. Well, this has been another episode of Dead Man's Mike Podcast, Halloween Horror Nights, and All Things Universal Podcast. And we will catch you all on the next one. Stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see y'all soon.
Peace.